I could use the distraction.
I have got some very good news.
Use some of that, too.
I just had a very interesting talk with Thorne.
What about?
About his wife.
Yeah, what did he say?
Well, if you stop drawing, maybe I'll tell you. Uh-oh. One of those days, huh?
I think I should just pack it up and go home.
What's the problem?
My sister, that's the problem.
What's wrong with Kristen?
She and Clark are locked up in his office at the moment.
Doing what?
Deciding the fate of their marriage.
I guess I should be the first to say something.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Because there's very little you can say that won't get me started again.
Well, what would you like me to say, Clark?
That this is all a nightmare. And in 2 minutes, I'll wake up and none of it ever happened.
I wish I could say that.
But you can't. Because it did happen. You were involved with Mick Savage in New York. He came into town and I struck up a friendship. And you chose not to tell me about your love affair.
My past love affair.
Oh, that's right, it's over. That's why you couldn't tell me about it. Oh, come on, Chris.
And you go running to Margot and jumping into bed with her the night before her wedding?
I wasn't in bed with her.
Where were you then?
Never mind, you would never believe me.
Why not?
I spent the night with my son. And yes, in Margot's bed, but she was in the other room. She didn't even know I was there. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Where were you last night?
I spent the night right here. Look, I have never cheated on you, not once. Which is more than I can say for you.
Clark, I've told you, I'm not having an affair with Mick.
Oh, an affair. What do you call an affair?
I have not slept with him.
You are involved with him. You have been ever since he came into town. Which is why you could never tell me about New York.
All right, I was wrong. I should have told you. But I was afraid, Clark.
Oh, I guess you were. For good reason. Oh, Kristen. Any way you cut it, you led me on. You made me believe that you never knew the man. You let me invite him to dinner to get to know you. You let me go on and on, trying to get you two to become friends. What a complete fool you made out of me.
And she didn't call yet?
No, Saul, she hasn't called yet.
Oh, that's bad, Macy. That's real bad.
Yes, I know. I'm worried, too.
You don't think that she's still over at the Foresters?
No. It's been way too long.
Look, I don't want to ruin your appetite. But if Sally doesn't pull this off, or if these society ladies don't buy her plan, or if Stephanie Forrester convinces them it won't...
My prophet of doom. I want to thank you for this vote of confidence. I can't tell you how it makes my heart feel good to know that I inspire such confidence and such respect in my loyal employees.
Mother, how did it go?
I was afraid of that.
If you're afraid of participating in the biggest fashion event of the season, or if you're afraid you might get seasick on the deck of the Queen Mary, or if you're afraid of the competition because you're going to be sharing a runway with Forrester Creations, then you got something to be afraid of, because that is precisely what is going to happen. Spectra and Forrester on the old runway out there in the limelight together at last, and I did it. I pulled it off.
Kristen and Clark are that close to breaking up?
Maybe I'm overstating it. I hope so.
What in the world is going on with those two?
A lot more than I know, I can tell you that.
Do you want to hear some good news?
Oh, please tell me it's about Thorne and Caroline.
I already did. Have you seen your brother since the wedding?
Not really.
He is on such a high.
Oh, yeah?
He's convinced that his relationship with his wife is getting better. And he's convinced me, too.
What did he say?
He said that they had a great time together at the wedding reception, and that they're communicating better.
That's it?
Don't you think that's positive?
That they're able to have fun at a wedding reception, that they can talk? Yes, that's positive. Come on, let's be serious about this. Their problems run a lot deeper than that.
Ridge, you really are in a mood. I expected you to be thrilled about this.
Guess I've just had to deal with too many marital problems in this family, especially those two.
Yes, maybe you have.
Logan, do you ever get the feeling like I do sometimes that the state of matrimony ought to be banned?
You've just had a classic crummy day.
No, seriously, think about all the agony that we could eliminate. Not to mention the lawyer's fees.
Why don't you try it before you knock it?
Say the same thing about arsenic. There's a time when you have to trust your own instincts.
Are we gonna get in a fight here?
No. You're gonna kiss me and go home. I've got a lot of work to do.
Well, only if you forget about Kristen and Clark.
Thanks, I almost had.
Oops. Well, here, I'll give you a little bit more of this. This probably won't be much consolation, but nobody thinks you're a fool.
And why was I treated like one?
I told you, I panicked. I made the wrong decision. I should have told you about me and Mick, but I was afraid.
Why? It was all in the past.
Maybe I didn't think you'd understand.
That says a lot about our relationship, doesn't it?
Honey, we've been through so much this summer. If I laid this on you, I didn't know how you would have reacted.
Oh, that's interesting, Kristen. Why would I be upset about a past relationship of yours? I know I'm not the first man in your life. I told you about my past loves. I even told you I had a kid with one of them. Yet to tell me about Mick was unthinkable. Why?
I don't know. I guess I'm a more private person than you are.
No, Kristen, that's not it. We both know why you couldn't tell me about Mick. Because what you two shared in New York was the most intense, passionate love affair of your life. Wasn't it, Kristen?
It's over, Clark. You have to believe that it's over. Honey, you're the only man in my life now. You have been ever since we were married. You're the one I want. You're the only one. I love you, I swear it.
What he had with you is what I always wanted. I never could have. Your desire, your hunger, your total unbridled passion. You never wanted me the way you want Mick. That's why you never could tell me about him. Look, just go, Kristen. There is nothing you can say that can make me feel any better right now. Nothing at all.
Honey, please.
Just leave!
I don't believe it. Sally Spector just shows up at the house?
She was invited by the steering committee.
How'd you ever let her get involved with that, Mother?
Oh, she did that one all by herself.
And I cannot believe that the Children's Medical Center would let her get involved in the biggest fundraiser of the year.
The concept for the fundraiser is her idea. But aside from that, she's become the largest single donor to the Children's Fund for the past 6 months.
Oh, so she bought her way in.
Yes, money speaks.
Well, did you inform the committee that she hasn't donated a dime before last spring?
I didn't have to do that. They already knew that. Look, I don't trust her any more than you do, but I have to try and remain objective about this. This is a very worthy cause.
Yes, well, objectively, she's been ripping us off for years, along with a lot of other designers.
That's business, and that's our problem. As far as the hospital is concerned, they just see her as being very generous.
Yes, we know why, don't we?
Interestingly enough, she really wants our acceptance.
Why? What do we have that she would want?
Something that money can't buy. Respect and dignity.
You earn that, don't you? You don't buy that with a lot of garish donations.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, and I'm certainly not here to defend her. But the committee went for it, and in all honesty, it is a very good idea.
An all-California fashion show. Yes, it's a damn good idea. California's hot, and I'm sure the media will love it.
I'm sure they will. There are a couple of changes.
Changes?
First, we're going to do the show in Long Beach on the Queen Mary.
A holiday cruise wear premiere. Very ingenious.
Yes, and now for the kicker. We are not going to feature several different California designers. We're going to concentrate on 2 houses of fashion.
Don't say it, Mother. Please don't say that.
Forrester and Spectra.
No. Absolutely not.
We have no option.
What do you mean we have no option?
She boxed me in. The committee went for it when she told them she would underwrite the entire event. They went for it hook, line, and sinker. It is unthinkable for us to withdraw.
Yes, well, think about it, Mother, because we're backing out. Our first big showing of the holiday and cruise wear collection? Come on, the whole world is waiting for that. Now you're suggesting we share the billing with Spectra? I'll tell you this, Dad is not going to buy it.
We are going to do it. Otherwise, it'll torpedo the Children's Fund, and I will not allow that. And just as importantly, from a public relations point of view, it would damage the image of Forrester if we withdrew.
So she really has us. She just won't quit. You know what else I'd like to know? Where she gets her designs from. She's not doing them herself.
Oh, I'd love to know that. That's the best kept secret in the industry. We should talk about that. I've got one other stop. I'll see you later at dinner.
Oh boy, this is a red letter day for me and Spectra. Hey, you too, Macy, honey, and you too, Saul.
You actually got Stephanie Forrester to go along with this?
But of course, Saul, it is an excellent idea.
Well, did she go along with it, or did you pleasantly force it down her throat?
The Women's Committee of the Children's Hospital liked it. So, Stephanie liked it.
So Stephanie had to like it, you mean?
Oh, Macy, you should have seen me. I'm telling you, it was a stroke of genius. Now, don't give me any negatives.
It's just that I would prefer for the Forresters to not hate us any more than they already do.
It was business. And in the world of business, my darling, one cannot afford to be too soft, and you would be well advised to remember that.
Let's hope this business gives us some business.
You know, it's funny, but I was under the impression that this was more than just business between us and the Forresters.
So what if it is? We will accomplish that, too. Now, mark my words, you two. When we share that runway with Forrester Creations in just a couple of weeks, in the world of fashion, we will have come of age. And Queen Stephanie and all the other little Forresters are finally going to have to accept that, and they will. Oh, believe me, they will.
Oh, Rich. Hey, listen. Do you have any of those headache pills with you?
No, I haven't taken one in weeks.
I could sure use one right now. This day has been one long headache.
Oh, well, maybe this isn't such a good time.
For what?
Ask a favor?
Come on in. Close the door.
Come in. Stephanie,
At ease.
what can I do for you?
I suppose a more pertinent question would be, what could you do for Kristen? But I didn't come here to talk to you about that. I came with a different request.
What's that?
We're going to have a very special event in September. And you, along with the other designers in the company, are going to be a major part of it.
What's the event?
We're going to do a fundraiser for the Children's Hospital. A fashion show. We're going to premiere the cruise line. We're going to do it in conjunction with Spectra.
Spectra?
Yes, well, charity does make for strange bedfellows sometimes. Don't ask me about it right now. It's all too odd, and I don't want to get into it. But I'm going to count on you. I'm going to need your talent, Clark, which I have always believed in. Because it's very important to me, very important, that the public and our customers are able to discern quality that we do here at Forrester and what they present at Spectra. Can I count on you?
Yes, Stephanie. You most certainly can.
Good. And I'm going to expect that for the next couple of weeks, you're going to do a lot of hard work. I'd like you to work very hard on your marriage, too. That would mean a great deal to me.
Garrison.
Can you talk, Bucky?
What is it, Sally?
What's with the attitude, Clark?
Just tell me what you want.
Only the best holiday and cruise wear designs you can come up with in the next few days. This is serious business, baby. And I need you like I never needed you before.
So I've heard.
Stephanie Forrester been there talking to you.
Yeah, she just left the office.
I see. Well, lest there be any misunderstandings, I am your #1 priority, Bucky. No ifs, ands, or buts. I want your best. And I gotta have it right away.
So what can I do for you?
Well, how about a piece of advice?
As long as you don't hold it against me.
As long as it works.
Try me.
Well, it's about Caroline. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Well, I feel like I've said this one before.
Things are going great.
But believe it or not, this time I think they really are, Ridge. I mean, it's the way that she and I are relating. It's like nothing matters. We've been through it all. We've survived, and suddenly we're completely free to be ourselves.
That's great.
It really feels good. So good, in fact, that I'm thinking about taking it to the next step.
I hope it's a small step.
Well, it should be for a husband and wife.
What do you have in mind?
Tonight, I'm gonna do something that I haven't done for months. I think we're ready for it. I know I am. And I think she is too. I'm gonna make love to her, Ridge. Tonight, I'm gonna make love to Caroline.